Hello, it's Sheila, the Grateful Goddess, and I arrived a few minutes early for my Canyon Ranch, so I was just inspired to do a message because I was thinking on the drive over here about languaging and how important it is. You know, if you've followed me for a while now, I'm really particular about the way we phrase things so that they support what it is we actually want and not unconsciously block what it is we want. And so anyway, I was having this conversation with a woman and she was asking me, what was I pushing? You know, like what was next up for me? What did I want to push out and through? And it just, it registered my body and it felt awful. And I said, well, I don't actually push anything. I invite and or perhaps even encourage or just, offer things. And if they resonate with people, then they, are all in, but I don't want to push anyone or myself. And so this is an interesting point because when I go inward, how do the words feel within my body? That's what I want you to ask yourself. How does it feel when you think about being either you being the one pushing something or somebody pushing you to do something? And for me personally, it feels like being pushed into a pool or being pushed off a cliff or being pushed in some way that I do not want. And my initial reaction is to brace myself to resist. So of course, then that's not something that's going to actually be in alignment with creating what it is you truly want. And so, but here's the deal. I might invite or encourage or offer, but for other people, and where I've noticed it's like we all have different personalities. So just because pushing doesn't feel good in my body, and I would rather stretch myself, and maybe that comes from my yogi practices, that I would rather stretch myself into doing something more challenging and exciting rather than feeling pushed. And yet this person who was asking me was a personality type that is driven and loves the pushing. So for her, it was the right languaging. For me, it wasn't. And so this is why I say, go within. How does it feel to you? Only you can decide. And I think oftentimes, athletes might be in that driven category that they need to push themselves or they need to be pushed into doing something. And for me, it's just, I'm more of a yogi athlete. And so that just doesn't feel good inside my body. I want to stretch myself into seeing what's possible and true for me. So I hope you find this helpful. Know that your languaging may be very different than my languaging, but check in. How does your body feel with the languaging that you are using for whatever you're working on creating in your life? All right, thanks so much. We'll see you later. Mwah.